we'll just put this a little bit closer to you. It's okay. Why you just eat the mic? Just eat it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
Okay, all the way ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. I guess.
You're acting nervous.
Oh, sorry. I'm not nervous.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shayne Neubert. And sitting across from me today is Linda Jackson. She's in the studio, and Linda, thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
Are you nervous?
Just a tiny bit.
Okay, I couldn't tell. So I've actually had a lot of people that were really pumped for you to be on the show because you have quite the background, way diversified background.
Diversified. I don't know if I'd call it diversified. I mean, crazy, kind of.
We're going to dive into it all, but first I want to say Shot 30 Podcast is available on all your favorite podcast apps and on YouTube. Go ahead, give it a review, 5-star, share, whatever. Tell your friends. They might like it, or they might not. It may be the podcast they were looking for. Do you listen to podcasts?
I've listened to a few.
What podcasts?
I don't know. When I had Sirius XM radio, I'd listen to just different ones.
Oh, okay. So just like whatever popped
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I remember listening to one that LeBron James had.
LeBron James had a podcast?
Yeah. It was kind of strange, but I liked it.
You know, I saw some things like people give LeBron James a lot of shit because he whiny or fussy on a court. Mm-hmm. Dude, the guy's the greatest basketball player, at least one of them, of all time.
Okay,
he's never been.
I was going to say no, not of all time.
Yeah, there's other people up there, but he's never been in trouble for nothing. He puts thousands and thousands of kids through school. Mm-hmm. I think LeBron James is the ideal role model. Yeah, he did never in trouble.
Yeah, never done anything.
You have a favorite athlete?
You know, I was a Kobe fan.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess this is showing my age, but Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so you're a Laker girl.
Oh, yeah.
Now, did you see all that stuff that Kobe's wife is suing the police officers who came to the crash site?
Had no idea.
Yeah, well, when he had crashed, all the officers were taking pictures and sending it to their friends, Kobe died, and that news got to his wife before it was on the news before she had been informed.
Wow, it's crazy.
That's got to be a tough day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not good. Okay, so let's start with, now you were in the military, right?
Yes.
What branch?
I was in the National Guard.
Okay, and what did you climb the ladder there? Were you just in and out?
I was just kind of in and out. I was kind of disappointed in myself, actually, because I wish that I would have gone active duty instead of the Guard.
Okay.
Back then, so yeah.
What did you just do? You just did 4 years, or?
It was about 4 years, and then I got out on a medical discharge. I had tore my rotator cuff, and my ulnar nerve was unattached. I got hurt at work. Ulnar nerve. Yes.
That's a good combo there.
Yes.
Okay, so now what got you into the pageants?
It was a fluke, actually. I mean,
the pageants was a fluke.
Well, my mom was like, "Oh, just do it. It's scholarship money." And I'm like, "Oh God, I'll do it. There's no chance I'll win." And then,
then you won.
Yeah.
And then you kept winning.
Yeah.
And then you were up for, or did win, or placed high up.
I was first runner-up at Miss Black Hawk Valley.
Oh, okay.
And yeah.
Now there's a lot of controversy in that kind of stuff right now in pageants, and people making kids and stuff like this is the idea of beautiful. Mm-hmm. What do you have an opinion on it at all?
Things have changed in the pageant industry from when I was a part of it. Back when I was in the pageant industry, you had to have a talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your talent?
It was dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of dancing? Ballet?
It was what they call divertissement, which is kind of like a mix of ballet with a little gymnastics choreographed into it.
Oh, so you're nimble on your toes.
Yeah, about 100 pounds ago.
Man, I say that. I say the same thing about the powerlifting stuff.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't take away your history. You don't need to.
Well, my dad, I remember the day that I gave up my crown, and he said, "So how's it feel to be a washed-up has-been?"
Oh, that's a good dad move, though. Okay, so you never tried another talent other than just the dancing? You didn't want to...
Well, no, because my mom and her sisters were known for their singing voices, and that was something I did not get.
Oh, did you develop that with time?
No, I still can't sing. I can't sing and I can't dance. Like my friends used to tell me, you are an awesome dancer as long as you sit down.
Oh, God.
So like that whole, white man can't jump, black girl can't dance.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not good.
I don't think that correlates. Because you can dance and
as long as I'm sitting down.
Yeah. And me, 4 years ago before I shattered my foot, I could dunk. And I'm 5'8".
Wow.
And I'm very white. I have a mullet. If you couldn't tell. I know the light's a little bright, so it may make my complexion a little bit brighter, but I'm very white.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I remember, and we grew up in a house where there was always music on and,
What's your favorite music?
You know what? It's funny you ask that. I don't have a favorite music. I'm really diverse when it comes to music. I like gospel music. I like country music. And it's so funny because I was just out with some friends the other night and...
You can get comfortable in your chair. You can pull it up and sit back.
I was out with some friends and we were all, just standing there chit-chatting and a country song came on and I started singing it. Well, I could see this guy out of the corner of my eye staring at me. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, I'm confused. I said, why? You're singing a country song.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess black people aren't supposed to sing country songs.
I
Not
guess
that there's not black country singers.
Yeah.
Darius
Rucker, Kane Brown. That's good.
Have you ever heard of Coffee Anderson?
Coffee Anderson. No, but it sounds like... Mm-hmm. It sounds like that's a name that you need to have to sing. Like if your name's Coffee.
But like I said, it's just so funny how people stereotype.
It's so crazy. We talk about it all the time. We've had drag queens in here. Mm-hmm. We've had burlesque. We've had black, white, skinny, fat, tall, short, and I always go back to it. It's funny, even when we had. Who's become a really great friend now, the drag queen. Mm-hmm. He thought he was coming in here and I was going to make fun of him. And it wasn't the case. And I also thought that I was so nervous leading up to the episode because how am I want to ask the questions in a way that I want him to know that I actually care.
Respect.
And he was so great. And he's turned into such a great friend since then. But, he even pulled out the same thing. Like, I just stereotyped you as a cool guy who was here to make fun of me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
but our opinions totally changed by the end. The stereotyping we're in a world of the stereotype.
It's crazy,
man. And I just Facebook. Other than posting like this stuff, I try to stay away from it as much as I can, just because it's so bad all the time.
Oh, and this whole election year does not make things any easier, and the whole COVID thing, and it's just I think honestly has made people crazier.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot.
I would do when I was doing stand up like more often than when COVID hit. There was always, my acts and stuff. They're very out there. I'll say whatever, but the people would get so mad at me. Like I talked about in one act how it was okay when we were younger. It was the only time it was okay for us to be gay was when we were playing football and we like grab each other's ass a little bit more than we should. And people like screaming in the crowd, "You can't talk about being gay unless you're actually gay." And then I had gay friends there that loved it.
Right.
Like it was like, what is going on here?
Right.
Yeah. All them Karens out there.
Oh, there's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot of Karens.
Yeah.
Okay, so pageants. Let's dig on this just a little bit more. Now, do you think the pageant world is crashing?
I don't know if I would say crashing. It's been years since I've been involved. I have a best friend who runs the pageant in Kiwani. And they have some great girls that go through there, you know. I don't think it's crashing. I think it's just changed drastically, you know. I just feel like it's not, I don't know how to explain it. It's not as, when I did it myself, it was more about, you know, giving back to your community and you know, having a platform and that kind of, I think, has been swept away, kind of, you know. And I guess it's just the day and age, the time.
Mm-hmm. And so now they don't have to do talent stuff?
No.
Oh, man. They'd be...
Oh, we had to do talent and swimsuit. So they don't do either one of those anymore.
So they just wear dresses and stuff now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if I had to go out there with the talent, I'd probably just twerk. I'd just twerk.
I'd be in trouble because I don't know how to twerk. I mean, my 7-year-old does, but I don't know how to. Yeah, I have no clue.
You can figure it out real quick.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Get stuff moving one way and back the other, up and down.
I got too much stuff to be moving.
Watch a Miley Cyrus video. Watch a Cardi B video. You'll learn real quick. Yeah. No, we should have you do the... on my TikTok, we'll have you do that new WAP dance.
Yeah, no, I can't do that either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's kind of
that joking when my friends were like, whatever you do, just stay sitting down. And if a guy asks you to dance, just say, you know, I'd rather just sit down and talk.
Oh, that's, you know, and as we grow older.
I mean, your friends are honest, you know.
We grow older and get more mature. Maybe talking is the most important thing. Oh, okay, so... You moved on from that. Now, you were a bit of a fitness freak for a while.
Yeah, for a long time.
What was...
You said what happened?
No. Like, what happened to
You're
get
like fat now. What happened?
Oh, I did not say that, and I do not... No, I'm not taking credit for those words. Those are her words.
Oh, God.
I was going to say, what happened to get you to go from pageants to the working out? Yeah. Because this was like what took over.
Well, yeah, but I was into fitness when I was doing the whole pageant thing.
Okay.
I mean, I had to wear a swimsuit.
But you were doing competitions and...
I never actually did any fitness competitions. I just worked out like a fiend.
Okay, and I've had multiple people say that when you were working out, it was like you were tunnel vision in a zone. Yeah. Get out of my way, and
then that's not always such a good thing.
No,
do you know what I mean? And it all relates back to the pageant industry. Back then, you know, it was all about being thin, you know, and I was never going to be thin. I was never going to be skinny. I was going to be muscular, but I was never going to be skinny. So, you know, and that was another turn of the times, you know. It was, you know, at one point in time, you know, skinny, you know, 100 pounds.
Absolutely.
That was the best, you know. But no, and I think I wanted to portray that. I wanted other girls to see that it was okay to be fit, you know, as opposed to this. But at the same time, like I said, it's a good thing. But then again, it was kind of a bad thing. I mean, I suffered from a whole body image disorder, which it's a real thing.
Oh, absolutely it is.
You know, it's a real thing. And I mean, I don't say that just from a woman's perspective, because I know there are a lot of men that have the same thing.
I'm suffering from it right now, looking down on my gut. That's why I need to get back in it.
And you know, it's hard, you know, once you get away from it, you know.
It is. And the whole thing, you know, we can all say that it's not true. All of us say it tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. Oh, yeah,
definitely.
And we can say it 9 million times. And I know when I was training for powerlifting, it wasn't tomorrow, it was this morning. Right. And tonight it was I used to sit up at the towers in the prison when I was climbing like the ranks. I know I was like number 14. I got to number 6 in the world in the 242 class. And I would sit in the tower all night long just writing numbers. If I hit this number, if I miss this number, I need to do this. And I would just write I had 20 pages just of numbers. I was a psychopath.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, if you have that addictive personality, people don't understand. You don't just get addicted to alcohol or drugs or
there's a lot.
There's a lot of things that you can get addicted to.
That's awesome, absolutely.
And I mean, it's not a bad thing to get addicted to, but then again, it can be.
Yeah, I mean, like I get addicted to twerking. Like that's my thing. I mean, I literally am at the grocery store. I'm twerking.
Oh my God,
I'm twerking upside down, putting my stuff on the register, just tossing it up.
Your poor wife. Oh my God.
She knows how much I twerk. She loves it. I'm good at it.
Oh my goodness. No. Well, I mean, everybody's gonna be good at something. So.
I did get this pair and everything's turned since I got this pair of underwear. I got this pair of underwear that are like. They're hammock in the front, and then it's like a thong in the back.
Oh my God.
And they're eggplants.
Oh my God.
But I post a bunch of TikToks wearing them, and I'm getting the shake your ass. Watch yourself. and yeah, I mean, those are the only videos that I get likes on TikTok. So yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Visit Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies on Facebook and Instagram today. She's upstairs right now putting in the work.
And it smells like amazing.
I'm telling you, if you see the stuff that she actually does, it is so incredible. I'm going to put some links, like pictures up like all over it.
Didn't you hear my daughter? She's like, oh my God, their house smells amazing.
She could smell it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are big on the candles. We're big on the sprays. We like our house to smell like fall when it's fall. And we like it to smell like evergreen when it's Christmas.
Right.
And we like it to smell like KY jelly when it's Valentine's Day. Visit Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies on Facebook and Instagram today.
Wow.
So what were we saying?
We were talking about pageants. We were talking about working out.
So what type of training did you do?
You know what? The thing is I trained by myself.
Not always a problem.
No, it isn't. I don't know. It was rough sometimes, but like I said, a lot of people work out by themselves. A lot of people want to get there, get it done. A lot of people don't want to talk. They don't want to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I worked out by myself quite a bit. And I think a lot of that had to do with my friends would work out with me one time and they're like, yeah, she's nuts.
Can't keep up with you.
She's nuts. They're like, forget
it. You were on a different level. Mm-hmm. And I mean, literally people talked about your training. Mm-hmm. So that clearly means that you were on a real different level.
Yeah.
Do you think... Now, I want to just ask you a question. I've never asked this question before.
Oh, God.
No, it's not bad. Do you think it's weird if you shower and like dress up when you go to the gym, like you wear your nicest clothes?
Do I think that's weird?
Not like button-up shirts, but like your favorite shirt, your favorite short. You shower, clean up, do your hair to go to the gym.
I was not that person.
I
have friends that would go to the gym with makeup on. I'm not going to the gym with makeup on, but I do know a particular male who does shower before he goes to the gym.
I used to, because when I was powerlifting, I didn't hang out with many people. Right. I always had an excuse not to. I didn't drink for 4 years in my early 20s, And then now I have a show called Shot 30 Podcast.
What's the 30?
Shot 30 means, we started it out, it was supposed to be, we're doing shots every 30 minutes, and then we're like, then nobody's going to get drunk. We're like every 30 seconds maybe.
Right.
And then we just ran with it. And you need to sign that banner before you leave, and don't forget.
Oh, I won't.
But, yeah, so I used to do it because, this was my only personal time. I got to hang out with people, and so I wanted to show up to the gym clean, and then do my work, put my work in. I also had a blonde mohawk then, too. Not mohawk, it was that new era where I shaved everything around and had the long hair on top and dyed it blonde. I thought it was cool. It was awesome. But, and then I shower right after again and then go to work, but I just thought, this is, I want to feel my best when I'm in there. I want to feel my absolute best.
Wow. I must have forgot. I must have missed that.
Your wow just judged me.
Don't judge me here whatsoever.
Okay, so are you okay with talking about your illness that you just got diagnosed with? Are you okay with talking about that?
Yeah. I mean, it's, they tell you have something with a name like that, and I'm like, I can't even pronounce it, so there's no way I possibly have it, Uh-huh. The more and more I've read, the more and more I've talked to the doctor about it. I mean, there are a lot of autoimmune diseases out there, that people just don't realize.
Now, what is an autoimmune disease? That, I mean, I know
there's different ones, there's so many different ones, and I never ever knew that there was so many different ones. Like the acronym for mine is PAN, PAN, but then if you add an S to it, it's a totally different.
Yeah, it means multiple pans. Yeah.
But anyway, so there's different kinds of autoimmune diseases, the particular one that I have attacks your major organs. One of the organs that it does not attack, is for some reason is your lungs, which is a plus, but every other organ, yes, it attacks that. And so
now when I saw your video that you had posted, I mean, you were very emotional and absolutely, I totally understand. But what precautions do you have to take?
With the whole COVID thing, okay, for instance, any symptom that I get, it's almost like a symptom of COVID. So the last one that I had, I woke up, I don't know, last week or so ago, and the right side of my throat was swollen shut. So I went to the doctor. The first thing you need to do is get a COVID test, which, the symptoms that I had to begin with before I found out that I had the polyarteritis, were all symptoms that you have when you have COVID. So, but I have the most amazing family doctor, and he's big on, he's big on wellness, not just giving you medication.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it's really great, but that and with the BII mixed together, it's a lot, but
people don't realize how much a doctor can make a huge difference in a person's life. Like when I was going through, I had severe depression, and then my anxiety was crazy. My depression and anxiety was so bad, I would lay in bed, and they were giving me these meds, these antidepressants, and one of them was called Latuda, and every time we see that commercial, oh, you'll feel better with Latuda. You'll start going on runs every night with your beautiful dog. Come home, and then there's look at what your wife's made you for dinner. Latuda will make your life better. The side effects of Latuda are your eyes won't work, your hair will fall out, your skin will fall off.
But people don't understand that's so true.
It was.
They give you one medication to cure one thing, but that medication causes another thing. It's the craziest.
One was called extreme muscle spasms. That was actually one of the side effects. I used to twitch like this, and I would go through wood. My fingernails would be bleeding. And then finally I went cold turkey, threw it away, and ever since that day, I've never had anxiety or depression again. And
it's insane.
I'm very happy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Latuda, yeah. And then, Latuda, hey, if Latuda wants to sponsor the podcast, you're gonna pay for pain and suffering, okay? Let's go back on this. If you want me to support you, let's go through a little pain and suffering. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot. So it's a lot. It is.
So now you have to take precautions every day. What is the thing with cleaning supplies?
It wasn't just that it was cleaning supplies. It's just
because you could have cleaned the Taj Mahal with that stuff you dumped out.
Well, my poor daughter, my oldest, used to say, "Mom, is it necessary for our house to smell like the YMCA?" Because I would clean with bleach.
Oh, I thought that's because sweaty, people play basketball and working out.
No, the whole bleach chlorine smell that you smell when you walk. The pool section. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but it wasn't just about me. It was a choice that I made. One of my friends from college introduced me to it, and doing everything natural, it's made a big difference. It really has.
So you don't wear deodorant? The old natural.
Listen, I still wear deodorant. Yes, I do. Trust me. No, I mean, it's the things such as everyday cleaning supplies. I changed the kids' our laundry detergent. I changed our toothpaste. I changed our shampoo. But the bigger side of this whole thing is that I don't have to go to Walmart anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's really why people is
and
the
it comes to my front door. Do you know what I mean?
Wait.
I get online. I order everything that I need. I don't get any perishable items, but all the items that I need, they're all natural, 100%. You can literally stick your finger in it and taste it, and I don't want you to drink it, but
okay.
But it's
just eat it.
Yeah, just eat it.
Just eat it.
But
Eat the bleach.
You feel better. I'm not saying there aren't still some things that we probably need to get rid of. But, I mean, as far as, like I said, your basic things, cleaning supplies, I don't have to go to Walmart unless I absolutely need something that I can't get.
So, like, is it skin irritation and stuff that it would do to you?
No, it just means that my immune system's not as high.
So breathing it in.
Can
I tell you something?
Yes.
Before you got here, I scrubbed everything and
with bleach.
No, just Lysol wipes. And I stood down here with a fan to dry it all off because I didn't know if it would bug you.
Right.
So I was in here.
And that was the hardest thing. Like, I have a girl that I work with. Plus, working in a prison, it's just. Mm-hmm. And then on top of this whole COVID thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, our facility has done a freaking amazing job.
Great.
Amazing job. Do you know what I mean? But I work with a couple of females that are like meticulous about like Clorox wipes and that was probably one of the hardest things. I'm like, I drove an hour and like 30 minutes to get these Clorox wipes and I'm about to throw them in the garbage.
No, you gave them away.
I did.
Yeah, I know. I was like, God, I felt like when I saw your video, I felt horrible, first of all. And then,
but that's not why I did it. Because some people said, "Oh, you just wanted people to feel." I don't ever want anybody in this lifetime to feel sorry for me because I am not a victim at all. I'm not any of those things.
Listen, no, I just felt horrible because I wanted all your cleaning supplies. No, I'm kidding. I felt so horrible because I saw like true emotion, like when something really messes with you or when you're struggling with something else, like. Man, it comes out in a million different ways, And
like, it does.
I'm going to tell you, like, I have this, I'm really open on here with, like, all the stuff. Like, when my dog passed away, I am now doing this weird thing and I can't stop. Like, I keep explaining to people, like, for some reason, like, horrific things that was happening after they gave me back to her, after, like, she was dead, and then we hit a bump and her mouth popped open, or like when I'm burying her and the dirt starts compressing and she starts like barking, like not barking but squeaking,
right?
As I'm burying, like these are horrific things, and like for some reason I'm telling people this, like why would I ever want to? But your brain just works in a way,
and people don't realize that, that was your way of coping, that was your coping mechanism to deal with,
Yeah, like when it was happening, I mean. When I heard her squeak when she was in the ground, like, oh, gee, I fell in the dirt. Like I was, I was a train wreck, and that was so weird. That was so weird when she passed away too. It was, I mean, perfect, healthy, absolutely healthiest dog you'll ever see. And then boom, just a little tick that came from the Rocky Mountains.
That's crazy.
And it landed in my backyard and it landed on her and it killed her.
Crazy.
Ugh. But wait till you see the palace right out there, the palace of dog kennels that I built for our other two pups. I built them palaces.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they're loving it. Now Timmy wants to put TV down here for them. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's focus on the most important.
That's all right. I mean, people are like that with their pets.
We need to focus on the most important thing, and that's putting a TV in the bathroom.
It's so funny you say that. We used to, God, again, showing my age.
No, I already know this.
What?
When, like, people who are just a little bit older than me, like in that 5 to 10 year range, they always talk about the bathroom TV. They always talk about it.
Well, my parents had like a little, I don't even know how big it was, but it was a little black and white TV. And my brother would always take it in the bathroom when he took a bath. Always, always, always. It was a strange thing. But yeah, I feel like that is my demise. That's how I'm going to die, is in a bathtub, because I frequently...
Let's go to this. Let's go into this. Hey, can I text you? Can I call you? No. Where is she? No one knows. Hey, I'm trying to tell you my dog died and I can't... Can we reschedule the podcast? Where were you?
Listen, it all started, and you can ask my roommates. I had 2 roommates, and they would get so pissed off at me. But it was back when people could smoke in the bars. For some reason, I could just not go home and get on my bed and smell like smoke. So when we'd go out, I would come home, and the first thing I'd do is get in the tub. I don't care if I was bringing somebody home. Listen, dude, you got to wait because I got to get in the tub. I just always have.
It totally makes sense.
And so now people can't smoke in the bars, but I never stopped. I can't tell you how many of my friends have come in the bathroom and been like, listen, bitch, you need to get out of the tub. The water's gone. Your lips are purple. I need you to get out of the tub.
Yeah, you're just in there shivering to death.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, like the same thing too, like when people burn and stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If I burn, there ain't no way I'm laying in my bed.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's weird. I don't know.
And around here, people burn 24/7.
That's the other thing. How'd you even find this town?
I just threw like a thumbtack. I just threw it at the wall.
Tell me why it reminded me of Matherville. Why did it Eminem? Why was I like relating
Marshall Mathers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matherville.
So for some reason I was like, I don't know.
So you want me to tell you why you were doing it? Here, let me. I don't know.
I don't know.
But you missed the best part of the town. Your daughter just went to go see it.
What?
The massive lake, the most beautiful lake you'll ever see, is a block away. It is so beautiful. You were right beside it and you didn't even see it.
No, I was going to say, did we pass it? Because I looked at...
You just didn't go. You went a hair too short.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, I'm practically Eminem now. Yeah. Hey, and Eminem, if you ever want to come on the podcast, dude.
Just let me know.
Yeah, just let me know. The door's open for you. I've got this open door policy. Yeah. Okay, so how long do you have before you hit the old retirement belt?
I could have retired in 7 years.
Okay.
But I had this great idea to have a baby when I was 46 years old. So it's, I
better than 47.
I'm going to have to work for a lot longer. I mean, I see myself working for another 10 years. I think you got another 10 years than me.
You got
the facility that I'm at now, like I said.
And it's way laid back. I mean, things are very smooth there. I've heard a lot of good things.
I'm ready to go, though.
I mean,
I'm ready to leave.
I was ready to go. I was ready to go when I hired in at the prison where I don't work anymore.
When did you hire in?
I hired in the very first class of, hey, you're tier 2 now, so you have to work till 63.
So you're like 75 years old or something.
Yeah, it was, or 63 or 65. So I'm like, wait, you're telling me a guy who hires in at 34 years old retires at the same class as me will retire the same amount of time?
Right.
I was like, no. I worked 7, cashed out retirement, paid off my shit, and then moved on. And now I'm just trying to make, like, hey, if anybody wants to sponsor this podcast so I can get the hell out and just do this for a living, hey, the sponsorship's open. We are looking for sponsors. I do mean that. We'll run your ads on here. If anybody is interested in sponsoring the podcast, just let us know. But
yeah, so, I mean, I could go in 7 years, but it's not going to happen. I mean, however, my child who is 2 is, I mean, I already know she's taken care of for life, so I don't have anything to worry about. But
good.
As far as retirement goes, like I said, I think you got at least another 10 years than me.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it so weird? Like, I talk about it. Through the prison, we get to go to school for free.
Right.
Yeah, and I've been doing that, and I mean, like, I never paid $1 for college. I never went to college, and I'm almost at an associate's degree, and that's just with doing a podcast, doing all this shit that I do, and it's so awesome. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but
if you're having fun and life is good, then that's all that matters.
Don't you think it's crazy that we get 2 days off a week, we work 5 days? And like, who made this plan? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? Because it had to have been a guy way back then. Right. Because they're, I'm going to rule the world. I'm writing the Constitution. Okay, who's the wise guy behind the work 5 days, off 2 days, get 3 weeks worth of vacation a year, and retire in your 50s or 60s? Like, most people die. Well, especially then, most people are dying like in their 50s. Mm-hmm. But like, we're gonna get 15 years of retirement of, hey, I can't walk, I can't dance, I can only dance in a chair now. Like,
I was doing that when I was 20. What are you talking about?
Isn't it so weird that we work our whole life and we get so little of personal time?
Yeah, it is. And I think about that a lot with my dad. My dad was a hard worker. He is a mailman. Mm-hmm. He was a mailman for 32 years, 33 years.
That's a long time.
And, I mean, this man rode his bike to work every day.
Ooh.
I mean, even in the wintertime.
I've been trying to talk my buddy JD into riding his bike to work, and he's not
buying it.
No.
But yeah, I mean,
That's because he lost his
and that's
license.
the other thing, now, and the whole millennials, and it's hard to work with them, but
Yeah, but you gotta feel for them.
I don't. Sorry.
Well, in a way, okay. So follow me here. These kids are getting out of high school, possibly getting a car loan for, let's say, $8,000, going to school where they're getting these student debts of up to
Outrageous.
hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know people with over $100,000 worth of student loan debt.
Yeah, it's not. It's
And,
crazy.
and then then they get out of or if they go to be like a dentist, a doctor, anything like that, 6 years, and then you're going to tell them, hey, now you want to buy a house for $60,000, $70,000, and we're talking Kiwani cheap.
Right,
That's a Kiwani decent house. In Quad Cities, you're buying low there. But here you go, you're $300,000 behind.
Before
from
you even
the
get
start.
started.
That's where I feel
and that's what
for
I
those
kept,
guys.
that's what I kept trying to instill in my daughter, It's just, a lot of she went to Monmouth, and, a lot of people that she went to school with there, were going to school to be teachers. I said, Anissa, they'll die before they pay back their loans.
Did she play volleyball?
Yeah,
there?
she did. Mhm.
She, because I remember she was
Libero.
she was a stud.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she was a stud, and so she played 4 years at Monmouth.
No, just a year. I think it was about a year and a half.
Yeah, before the party,
and then
she was
not so much. Her body just couldn't take it anymore, and it gets to that, And I said, it's not worth it. It's not like you're going to the Olympics or anything. So we need to.
And it's a lot different when you're not playing with your friends in front of everybody that you know and love.
Mm-hmm.
It
is different.
It's a very different thing. Yeah. That is, I mean, and so you being her mom too, you're like, whatever, whatever you want to do, or, just keep pushing forward. What did she major in?
Communications and human resources. But at the same time, I tried to get her not to put all of her eggs in one basket.
Absolutely.
That's one thing that my parents instilled in me, which obviously I didn't listen very well because I've been on this job for almost 19 years. And but I'm not saying I couldn't do something else if I had to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she is also in the process of getting her insurance license. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, that's great. There's that damn gnat. I say to
I think
people,
he likes it here, and he doesn't want to leave.
I think this gnat runs like a 4.240. Like he is literally. We've sat down here. We've all tried to grab him, and he always gets away. Yeah, he's like the world's best criminal. He's like Ted Bundy, but in the middle of it when he was escaping prison.
Ew, Ted Bundy, yuck.
I talk about that all the time. Some guy tried to argue with me that Ted Bundy was a genius and brilliant, and
But
he was the best.
Wasn't he very smart though?
No, Ted Bundy was such a loser.
I thought
if you're
they
gonna get out of
portrayed him to be this.
Oh yeah, because everybody wants to talk about how handsome he was. Dude,
Yeah.
Ted Bundy. Okay, yeah, maybe if Zac Efron in that movie, yeah, then maybe Ted Bundy's handsome. But Ted Bundy is a loser. Dude is a loser. You get out of prison twice and then you get caught again. I'm like,
You suck.
if you get put in prison, you're okay. My start to finish here is the guy murdered like 16 girls. He just went into the room and killed them. Oh, he's a genius? No, he's a loser.
But like I said, though, isn't that how they portrayed him? Like he was this really super smart.
Yeah, because he defended himself in court to try to buy time, saying, yeah. I mean, it's so weird that we all have this like fascination with serial killers, and I compare.
I do. Isn't that crazy?
I think I've come up with something that I think is very comparable. We also have this like fascination with like superheroes, right? The Marvel. Well, I mean, but a lot of people do.
And yeah, I get it, but I've never seen one of those movies. It just sounds like I've never even seen Spider-Man before.
That's okay, but you know what Spider-Man is.
Right.
He's a superhero. He does things people can't do. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I think that correlates, there's something in our brain that we will never be a superhero.
Right.
Like, we will never be able to fly and shoot lasers out of our eyes. So we're fascinated with the fact that we're watching it or reading it. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with serial killers. Like, I'm never going to stab somebody in the throat with a ice pick and then go in and chop their toes off and eat them, or like Ed Gein, I'm gonna eat soup from the top of someone's skeleton or skull. I don't know what I'm saying. Skeleton. I almost said skeleton. I feel like I should start a podcast called Skeleton, the Skeleton. But I think that's why we fascinate ourselves with it, because it's something that we can't really fathom in our own real life. Like we can imagine it. Like I can imagine picking up a car and throwing it, but I can't actually do it.
Right.
But yeah, and then, like, you can imagine the person that you hate, like, I'm gonna get you, come out and like, yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about it, but orange is just not my color. And,
yeah. I totally. I mean, I've seen some real reasons that people do some things. You know, like they're out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then it's. I mean, I met a guy, like, not to dig too deep, but I met a guy who was in prison for almost killing a guy that was raping his 3-year-old daughter.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you say? You know what I mean?
Totally,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm fuming up. I'm getting hot.
Yeah.
Subject change. Let's subject change. So are you going to get back into the fitness world?
You know what?
It's good to get your mind right.
It is.
And you're going through a little bit of a rough patch. And this could really help you again.
It could, but then at the same time, like I said, I've gotten to that point where I know I have to be careful.
Yeah.
So that I don't go to that point where it becomes an obsession.
I've got just a thing for you then. You should start a TikTok page.
Whatever.
I'm serious.
My daughter is like TikTok crazy. Well, both of them are, the 7 and the 22-year-old.
You guys make them together. Like, feed off each other.
These people on TikTok, they dance. Do you not get that? Like, I can't do that. Like,
I mean, I don't really dance on TikTok.
So I was a cheerleader. My dad always said, "What a waste. Look how high she can jump." And she's a cheerleader. Like, I didn't play basketball. My brothers were amazing basketball players, football players.
Did you play volleyball?
No, just told you I was a cheerleader until I was a junior in college.
I didn't know cheerleaders cheered for volleyball. I'd never seen that before. That's weird that guys don't get to be cheerleaders for volleyball. I'm trying to start a thing. Okay, never mind. Okay, keep going.
And I ran track I went to Blackhawk on a track scholarship.
What did you run?
Short distances. I started to dabble a little bit in the 400, and then accidentally. Who false starts in the 800 meter relay?
Wait, false starts?
Yes. The 800 meter relay.
Well, you know who is the greatest 400 runner of all time? I'm sure you know him.
Who?
Tanner Ewing.
Yes.
That boy.
I didn't hear that.
I swear, I would watch him, and it would be...
Well, do you know who the female greatest all-time 400 runner was? I bet you don't know.
You.
That. Hell no.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank
Like, why did you say that with, like you got mad at me?
Do you know Michelle Smith?
She
went to Wethersfield.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I do know.
She was freaking amazing and made it look like easy.
I would struggle to get through 200.
Dude, that's the worst race of your whole entire life.
A 400?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're sprinting.
It's horrible. I mean, I get goosebumps.
We should make a skit. We should make a skit of you and me right now going to a track and running a 400.
But it's horrible.
As we could, and see how far.
I would die right now.
I think you'd probably beat me.
I would die.
I'll beat you in that 100
meter,
though.
She would run that 400 and get done and be like,
Oh, yeah. Okay, so when I was in junior high, I ran the mile.
Now, where'd you go to junior high at?
Wethersfield.
Okay.
When I was in junior high, I ran the mile, and I'd never... No. It was just like a last second. I was like, I'll do it. I never even ran an 800 at this point. I don't even know if I'd ever ran a 400. I was a 100 meter... That was it. And I do hurdles, 110 hurdles. But I was like, I'll run the mile. I got past the first lap. I was walking with my hands up, just getting lapped. I start like jogging again. I was asking people, "Can you give me a Gatorade? Can you give me a hot dog?" I was People can say this is a joke, but I swear to God, this is true.
Dog.
I swear to God, this is true.
Me.
I had a hot dog in my hand.
Stop it.
As I was on the last 400 of the mile. I swear to you.
Stop.
I swear on my children's life that is a true story. I had a hot dog in my hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah, where's TikTok then? Because I would have been a somebody. This podcast would have at least like 310 listeners.
Oh my God.
No, I swear. It's so funny. Like,
so what year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2010.
Jesus, you're just a baby.
I know. I'm 29 years old. I'm 29. I've done a lot of
29.
Yep, my wife's 38. I have lived.
She likes younger men.
I like older women.
No, we're not even gonna go there.
I have lived a million lives in one, and it's so weird.
So, like, is your family still in Kiwani, or like, do you have family in Kiwani?
Mm-hmm, yeah, they're in Kiwani.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I've done everything I can possibly think of. I always do. I always find friendship in older people. I've always.
Why do you think that is? Are they intriguing to you? Or?
Timmery says it like best. I don't know. Like I feel like I listen really well, and I also relate with everybody. I can see right away what people are going through, and I've been through a lot of things. So I don't know what it is that correlates that back. But I mean, I have very few friends that are my age, or
Isn't that strange? I have some friends like that. Like, I mean, I have some friends who are younger than me, but they're wise beyond their years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I've learned to appreciate time in a way with people and things and items, like...
Yeah, and a lot of people your age don't do that.
Yeah, and a lot of people my age are, still figuring out how to get their feet on the ground, right. And I've put my feet in the ground when I was 18 years old and tried to figure out how I was going to make the best life I could possibly make. And every single move, even though some of them were terrible and hard, I kept doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, I guess,
It's all you can do. It's all you can do.
That's all you can do is keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I say when I'm twerking. That's all I can do. Hey, Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Conspiracy Kimonos. Get your custom-made gi for jiu-jitsu. You went to school with Conspiracy Kimonos, Mr. Mark Grant. Hey, visit Conspiracy Kimonos. He just became a black belt. Buy your custom-made gi for jiu-jitsu. Great guy. Great guy. Look at this. Look at his little
Did you
shirt.
ask him who got him into corrections?
Oh, was it really?
Really? He didn't say that, like, I had anything to do with it.
No, he said more of like, man, she was a babe. That's in Mark Grant's way. It was more like this. In Mark Grant's words, it was like, she was a babe. He goes, she was great at pageants.
No, seriously.
She was a fitness freak. And
he was like one of my best friends. Like, in working in corrections, like, I will work with men any day over women, like ever in my life. It's like, yeah, there's times where I'm like, they're jerks, but for the most part, yeah, I'd work with a guy any day over a bunch of females.
There's a weird split there too. I think a lot of like my personal experience was, I just want to work with somebody who is gonna be, no matter what, have my back. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, dude, just help me pass this time.
Right.
Like, help me pass this time.
True. Yeah.
If you can help me pass this time. I had one guy who spent all shift every day picking his fingernails.
Stop it.
And he, it was like, what were you doing before you came to work? Did you just go in the garden and just start, clawing like a dog? What did you do? Because he would pick start to finish. I didn't know.
I agree with you. I've come across some strange individuals. I mean, I lived in Springfield for 12 weeks as a counselor at the academy. So I saw some craziness.
That's kind of a rough area over there. Like when I was at the when I was at the academy, they locked us all in our rooms.
So what year did you go through the academy?
It was right after I graduated high school.
Which was what, like
So it was like 11, 12, right in that area when it switched to Tier 2.
Mm-hmm. There's a good dang gnat.
You know there's a gnat in here. Everybody knows there's a gnat in here. Every listener we have knows there's a gnat in here. But there was... Okay, so they locked us in our rooms and they said, there possible bomb threat. And we're like... What?
Oh, yeah.
Is this a real thing? No, they were spray painting all over. They vandalized the whole building. It was so bad.
So, okay. So, where I stayed at was Cole. There's Cole Hall, and then there's... What's the other one right there?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I deleted the prison from my brain. The only thing I remember is the guy who shoved a shampoo bottle up his asshole.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. I don't want to know anything about that. But anyway, so one morning, I'm talking like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a Friday. Mm-hmm. It was time for me to go home for the weekend. You know, I come out the back of this hall and I go around the back and I'm putting my luggage in my car and all of a sudden I hear do. I'm like, oh my God, what? And I mean, you would think that they would at least come over and told us what was going on. The house was being raided, right?
Oh my God.
And I mean, SWAT, like guns drawn, everything. And I'm like,
whoa.
Well, somebody could have at least told us.
Yeah, like it's a little courtesy here, you know. Jeez.
So as I back into the dorm, I'm like, well, that was kind of crazy. But that's just how bad that area. It was bad. It really was.
Yeah, I think they're trying to clean it up a little bit over there, which is good. Yeah, they definitely need to. Now, okay, so what would be your like? Let's just say tomorrow. You're retired tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Well, that doesn't really correlate because your kids are younger. Okay, you retire and your kids just instantly are now 20 years old and doing their own thing. Mm-hmm. Boom. What's your dream, like, retirement?
I can't stay. I need the ocean. Like,
you need
salt water is like, it heals me. I mean, that's where I'd go. Florida.
You'd go into the ocean.
Yes, definitely.
You're just going to go in the ocean.
Into the ocean, yes.
Yeah. You're going to go to Bikini Bottom.
I'm telling you, like, salt water, like,
Squidward, you got any extra
kills
space?
my, like, soul, you know?
Summer's the same way. She is like, I was born in the water.
I mean, it's not so much just the water, but I mean, Florida, the whole feel. And I mean, it could have something to do with the whole working out thing. I mean, you know, people in Florida, I mean, every time you turn around, you see somebody jogging, running, working out, lifting, doing something. You know, of course, because they wear a lot less clothes around those parts. Mm-hmm. But, like, I just love it. I love everything about it.
The less clothes part?
No, not the less clothes part.
In Matherville,
especially not in this point in my life.
In Matherville, almost every time you turn a corner, you'll see me twerking. Like, any block. You just, like, I sprint to catch cars. Like,
twerking. So funny. My neighbor... My
Twerks
daughter, no, my daughter. These are my old neighbors. They're amazing people, but my daughter absolutely loves these people. We used to live out at the dunes, and our neighbors were so amazing because a lot of these people that live out at the dunes were older people, and now it's starting to get where there's a lot younger people, you know, moving in. There's kids, but she had gone on a walk with my neighbor.
That happens because older people die. And then younger people get older, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. But I wasn't going to say it. But our neighbor, she went for a walk with them one night. And so my neighbor, she's the sweetest lady ever, my old neighbor. And she brings her home and she says, you know what? She's like, Linda, she's like, I'm sorry, but Britton had a tweaking accident.
A tweaking?
Tweaking.
Okay.
I said, a tweaking accident? She said, you know, she was doing that dance thing and slipped and fell and she had a tweaking accident. I said, oh, she had a twerking accident. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, what
So she had a tweaking accident.
It happens, you know, glute strains are a thing.
Well,
They're the worst. They're the worst.
But she does it and my aunt's like, please don't ever do that again.
What do you do for hobbies right now?
It's so funny you ask that. I don't have any hobbies. My kids. That's my hobbies.
You need a hobby. You need to, like, even if it's a hobby doesn't need to be something that you're great at. It doesn't need to be something that you even
I've tried crafting. I've tried all these. No, I'm just not good at it.
So you literally just, if it's not the kids, you just sit there.
And to be honest with you, on Friday nights, there are times where it's just me by myself. The kids are gone with their dads, and I literally have just sat there before.
So, like, I mean, is that when you fall asleep and drop your phone in a bathtub? Is that how that happens? Is that how good that goes down?
I mean, I've had several. I feel
like there's wine involved in that.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
But I have so many friends that if you went to them, they'd be like, yeah, she sleeps in the tub. I mean, at one point in time when I first started this whole keto thing, I don't know if you know anything about keto, but that shit'll make you lose your mind.
I've talked about it on here a lot. I've done it.
I mean, that shit'll make you lose your mind.
Absolutely will.
And
Pickles
I
and
had
cheese.
this
Pickles
moment,
and
I wanted a taco one night. And I had been doing this whole keto thing for about 3 weeks.
You wanted just one taco.
I just wanted a taco, just one. And I went home and fell asleep. But see, if you're doing that whole keto thing and you drink, it's just not a good combination because you don't have anything in your body to absorb that alcohol.
Oh man, you're not
so
kidding.
So you get trashed.
2-3 shots of tequila, you're feeling
done.
You're feeling like, ooh.
Oh yeah, you're done. So one night I went to Taco Bell. And was in the drive-thru and inadvertently kind of dozed off.
Oh, okay.
And some guy comes and taps on my window and he's like, "Hey, I think your order's ready."
Yeah, that's good. Hey, that's good. That's good.
So
At least someone woke you up.
I'm good. So
it could have ended way worse. Some people fall asleep and they wake up and they're chained up in a basement. So that ended up like, that was actually a great thing.
So I go home with my one taco supreme.
Oh, after you fell asleep. So you were very dozy this night.
Yes, very dozy.
Yeah. If you were got one of the seven dwarfs, you were sleepy.
Yes, sleepy. And got home, and that thing happens where I have to get in the bathtub.
You didn't want to just eat your taco first?
No, I ate the taco in the tub.
Yeah.
And so the next morning, I get up, and I'm like, why is there lettuce and cheese all over in my tub?
Aw. You were saving it for morning.
Yeah.
You got in there, got the claws
I'm telling
out.
you, I have had some of the worst. I mean, I'm seriously, my daughter, my 22-year-old, listen, Whitney, get out of the tub. She's like, step away from the tub, Whitney. So that's going to be my demise, I'm pretty sure.
You think it's going to be in a tub?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, like, at least you could make it like a hot tub or something where you're like relaxed, like ultimately relaxed, bubbles on, and then you just sink into the bubbles. I don't know what a hot tub body would look like.
A hot tub body, huh?
I don't know what a hot tub, like if it's on all night.
And I really liked Whitney Houston. That devastated me.
Man, poor Whitney.
Yeah.
She had a lot of great songs.
She was amazing.
You want to try to sing some right now?
Are you freaking kidding me? I already told you. I
should stay. I think of you every step of the way. Here, you get this part. No. Okay, well, we're done. We're done with that. Everybody's turning down.
My mom was the most amazing piano player, singer, and I can't do any of that.
Well, you can chair dance, and that's the most important
thing.
I
can do that.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, first of all, we just blew through an hour of this podcast like no other, and I don't want to keep you too long. I would love for you.
Kids.
I would love for you to come back.
I'd love to come back
because
I'm just not that interesting.
No,
though.
You actually are, and you're
really
a great speaker. I had a lot of fun with this. This is great.
I'm really not that interesting.
I do want to say real quick, go visit Handmade by Haley in Kewanee. She's coming up with all these beautiful signs, decorative for each holiday. She does incredible work, front door pickup. Visit Handmade by Haley on Facebook today. She is awesome. And you want to know who else is awesome? You. And thank you so much. You know, you can make fun of yourself for whatever you want.
Cheer dancing.
Are very fun. You're beautiful. Your family is beautiful. Your daughters, and they're very fun, and you're very fun. And this was absolutely great. And we're going to do this again.
We are.
You're going to sign that board.
And I think my 7-year-old probably needs to be a part of it if you've actually seen any of her videos.
I don't think I can have children on this podcast because it's been so raunchy. We like go up and down. It's like we have episodes where we're like, things are very serious. Like we just on Saturday we just interviewed the candidate for the mayor of Rock Island.
Oh wow!
And then we just interviewed someone running for state's attorney of Mercer County. Like we've gone. Cool. We talked with Haley about her epilepsy. We've had Paxton.
Oh
yeah,
awesome.
And then we've had Special Needs Gems, where we talked with Jordan. He was a complete alcoholic. He was a drug addict, and he switched his whole life around to open up a special needs gym. We had one of the athletes, Ben. He has Down syndrome. He was on the podcast. He was incredible. And then sometimes we're just talking about like
old washed up queens,
balls and twerking. Yeah, like, you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But I think you're awesome.
I do have like a couple people though that like would be awesome guest on this podcast.
Just let me know. I what I call this is, and I say this in a way that I
But it kind of scared me, like when you were like, "Yeah, I know more about you than you think I do."
Oh, I still have an arsenal for next time.
Oh wow!
I did research.
Yeah,
I did
there's nothing wrong with research.
But none of the research is bad. You're great. You're great, and I cannot believe how much you look like your daughter. The 22-year-old.
No, you mean my daughter looks like me. My 22-year-old. And that's funny you say that because I don't think she looks like me, but everybody else says. And that's what I used to tell her. You are not going to get away with shit in this town because everybody knows.
Yeah. She should wear a ski mask.
Yeah.
If
and
you're going to do something.
She works at Cerno's.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
I've never seen her up there.
Oh, God. She works at Cerno's. Amazing place. Amazing owners. And, I mean...
If Cerno's wants to sponsor the podcast, hey, it's open. It's a drinking podcast.
They are awesome. They really are. But, yeah, she's like, Mom, God, I was at work tonight, and this lady was like, oh, my God, you have to be Linda Jackson's daughter.
I mean, you guys, I truly
But I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I don't see it.
It's because you're not open in your eyes. This is Shot 30 Podcast. Shot 30 Podcast. Oh, yeah. So you left your bifocals in the car. Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, CastBox, all those things, YouTube. Give us a 5-star, like, share, subscribe, review. Linda, you are absolutely awesome. Do you have anything that, any links or anything that you want people to follow you on? Or any?
I don't have anything.
Nothing?
I'm just a peon, just trying to get through life.
She's going to learn how to twerk. And next time,
that would be great if you could teach me.
I can't teach you. We just had Mary Quay Contrary. She's the burlesque. She has a burlesque show. Maybe
can she teach me?
I'm sure she could teach you better than I could.
Okay, well,
Timmy taught me, and it was just by turning me upside down.
Twerk better than I can, or ever could, probably.
That's your goal for next time that you're on this podcast. To be able to twerk. Is just one twerk, just one bounce,
one bounce,
just one bounce, and you're
gonna
sing.
Can I do it while I'm sitting down?
Yeah, and you're gonna sing one line of Whitney Houston. This is Shot 30 Podcast.
I will always love you.